Welcome to Fusionverse, a show where we talk about anime, TV shows, movies, and games. And today we are talking about Monster Hunter World. And you're thinking, what? What are we talking about? This game has been out for a while. Why the hell would you be talking about this? Well, at first, I was scared. And then I was petrified. Until I played the game. Holy crap. Now, a lot of you may or may not be playing this game. And hey, I completely understand why you wouldn't want to play this game. Why you'd be kind of afraid to get your hands on this because, well, there hasn't really been a console Monster Hunter game. You've seen it probably for handheld, things of that nature, or maybe for old consoles. I don't really know because I never played it myself. And I was kind of scared. I was like, am I going to enjoy this? Am I going to hate it? What is this about? I looked at reviews, looked at every possible thing, gameplay. I just was not sure. Then someone said, oh, think of like how you grind in Diablo to get like certain armor sets or certain armor and all these different things, get all this, better gear, you face all these different creatures. I was like, holy crap, I played Diablo, freaking awesome. And I really wanted to play this game. It was either this or Kingdom Come Deliverance. And Kingdom Come Deliverance, although it's such a good, from what I heard, it's like such a good game, such a good RPG and realistic style of gameplay. There are a lot of things that were just wrong about it, that were just messed up, and things that would break a lot of issues. And I thought, you know what, knowing me, I'm not gonna like that. I'm not gonna like the fact that there's certain things that are just messing up because it's wrong with the game. So it's something that I just want to wait on. And Monster Hunter World is just something, if you don't know this, you probably don't, but I love freaking these movie monsters, kaijus, these battles, Godzilla, holy crap, King Kong, what the hell, Mothra, just freaking awesome things, Pacific Rim, Cloverfield, pretty sure, like all the Godzilla movies, pretty much. I've seen them. Holy crap, they're freaking awesome. And just seeing these creatures and seeing that they also battle within the world, I was like, hold on, take a step back. I gotta watch this for myself. I gotta see what I like about it. But yeah, I wanted to see exactly what this game was about, how the gameplay is, and I had to take that chance. Now, I thought about buying it used. I did, and I actually wanted to buy it used. They'd be like, oh, if I don't like it, I could just return it. But you can't get it used. And I'm thinking, what? Did you even look? I looked at a lot of different places. They say, it'll say, oh yeah, hey, it's used, whatever. I've been to the GameStops. They don't have it used. So for me, that was kind of like a big indicator of, hey, if they don't have this game used, that's probably because all the people that bought it loved it. And they're just continuing to play for hours and hours. I saw a reviewer who said that he played it for about 200 plus hours. Think about that, 200 plus hours. Holy, that's a lot of hours, That's a lot of hours. And I just got so excited. And I'm like, this is for me. I need to play this game. So I did. I purchased it, brand new. And I don't regret it. There's so much to this game. Like I said, I was hesitant. I'm like, am I going to enjoy this? It looks a bit slow. A lot of things, the gigantic ass weapons. It looks like they're pretty slow. And I tried them. I made my character, which you can see. And I tried out like the sword, the long sword, kind of like samurai sword. I tried it, but it just didn't work. It didn't feel right, like just playing it. And I tried it against monsters, but like I said, it just was not for me. And then I was like, I really wanted the bow. I feel like the bow is gonna be something I'm gonna be agile, I'll be able to use it. And holy crap, it worked great. I freaking love it. And I also used kind of like the light machine guns. all those different types of weapons because they're freaking awesome. But yeah, the bow upgraded it, all these different things, all these monster battles, um, and that's something that it really brings to the table. It brings these huge, epic, like just monster battles, intense battles where you gotta go prepared. Trust me, you want to take your potions, you want to take your antidotes, a whole bunch of stuff because it's gonna take a long time. Also, just so you know, there is no actual pausing when you're actually playing the game. The When you press the options menu, it'll pop up. The options will pop up, but it'll have different options for you to do other things within the game. So yeah, don't expect to like be fighting a monster, press the options to pause the game, and then the monster, like everything just stays still. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen at all. Everything still keeps going, which is something that I kind of like and hate at the same time. Because okay, it's putting you in that world, making it more realistic in a way, where it's like you're in a battle, you're not really gonna have time to like freeze anything, so it keeps you in that moment. The problem is that the missions sometimes take like up to an hour. The most that I've experienced is like up to an hour trying to hunt down a monster. Now that in itself, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. You have to go through this whole process, like hunting them down, tracking them, and everything, and killing them. However, if you need to use a restroom, because there's times where you do, or someone's knocking at the door, or you have to go do something, you can't just pause it, and it just doesn't pause. And also, I'm pretty sure the reason they do that as well is because, well, it's online. It's connected online, so you're playing with other online players. However, the offline mode, if you get logged out of your connection, if you lose your connection, then yeah, you can play you can just play, I guess, by yourself. But that doesn't even, you can't pause it either. So you're kind of stuck in that situation where you're like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to continue with this hunt, or am I not? Am I going to just get killed? At times it's a very difficult situation, especially if it's timed. I didn't realize that there's going to be a lot, like, time things. But there was a mission where I had to hunt this monster, and it turns out I was close. I was getting, it was like, I'll show it for you, maybe 5 minutes or so left, 10 minutes. It kept going down. I'm like, holy crap, I have to run after him. Come on, I have to take it out. And there were points where I was just like, so freaking out. Like, I do not want to have to redo this whole mission all over again. But I managed to kill him. And I'll say this, it's very interesting, just getting that feeling of finally accomplishing, defeating this monster, because it feels as though you're in a boss battle at all times. When you go hunting these monsters, it just feels like a boss battle. Sure, you may face like some little creatures here and there, but they're not such a real threat as these behemoths. And I'll say this: sometimes the encounters between the two behemoths, it's two monsters, kaijus, battling each other, can be a little underwhelming. There's a time where this like giant iguana one, or like Janeth, or like T-Rex looking one, fight a little bit, but there's not really much going on. There's cutscenes where they show like two creatures fighting. That's way more intense than what actually does happen. And in one case, I did like hunting down like the T-Rex creature. Towards the end, I did see like this dragon appear, grab him, and like kind of just toss him and like attacking him, which is friggin' awesome. But that was only like the biggest thing that I really did see. There wasn't really any other these big battles that you would experience, but I got to see a little bit more and more. it was very interesting, and I did get to play a mission with other players, which in itself it was pretty good because we got to kill the creature a bit faster. Because trust me, it takes a while, a long time to kind of kill these monsters, but with a team, you'd be able to do it. Now, not necessarily for me. A lot of people usually go, "Oh, hey, well, I'm going to equip this armor. I'm going to equip this other thing, just to improve my ability when I'm hunting down a monster." My experience has just been like, "All right, I'm going to upgrade this freaking armor because I like it, and then I'm going to go out on a hunt." I normally don't look at the stats, but then again, that can actually bite you on the ass. And I say that because I faced a freaking crazy ass like creature, like flying creature, kind of dragon type creature that would throw ice and it would like freeze. And because my armor is more resistant to fire, it affected me quite a lot. So I would slow down. It took me some time to actually kill this creature. I think I fainted like twice. There's other times where a creature may attack you like multiple times and take down your life like that. So you really gotta be on your toes when you're facing these monsters, because even though you may think like you're like this huge badass, they whoop you and beat you down and make you say, "You know what? Maybe I'm not." I didn't feel as though it was holding my hand, or a lot of times it does tell you like all these different things, but like, man, I just kind of want to get into the game and just play it. Like, I'm reading the things, and it's like I'm more of a person who learns from actually doing. So it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. Well, like, let me do it. Let me actually do it instead of just reading it. Because it's more experience that way, especially when you're playing. So there's a lot of other things that I had to figure out, like how to craft things, how to craft, just so much. But but one thing is, there's different types of ammo that you can carry, but you can only carry a certain amount for each of them, and that to me was kind of a huge disappointment. The reason for that is because I used the light machine gun, but there was other ammo that I wanted to use, but it only worked for another gun. So I was like, so if I want to use that, I have to use the other one. Now, some things can be like, hey, well, that's fine. But yeah, there's only a certain amount of ammo, I guess, that you can carry, but there's slots, so I guess I have to remove some. But other than that, it was such a fun game. Something that I will say is that when you're trying to do like all these missions, you kind of have to post it online for, I guess, other people to try and look for other people to join you or something. But I normally just went on my own after I posted it. It says just launch, and I'll launch myself into the mission. But then, if you do want people, you can send out an SOS when you're battling a creature, and hopefully someone should appear. Hopefully. But yes, a lot of my experience was just seeing kind of these intense battles, seeing how these characters, I can kind of interacting with one another. Now, each of these, there's a lot of characters that play like certain roles within Monster Hunter world, and it's very interesting to see exactly what they're trying to do and exactly what you're trying to do as well, because even though there is kind of like a huge map, each has a section. So it's not completely open world if that's what you're thinking. It's more like sections. You can only go one at a time. You cannot walk to another map. It's kind of like fast traveling there, which does it pretty quick. There's not much waiting time. But there's only select monsters for that specific map. So it's like their own little, I guess, world, their own habitat that they live in. So you won't necessarily see, certain creatures from one map going to another map, which I feel like I kind of understand, but I feel kind of disappointed in that because I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see, this monster battle this monster, And it sounds kind of like crazy or something, but because I love kaiju battles, I love these huge epic monster battles, freaking Pacific Rim, you know, and just fighting. I love that, and I think that would be awesome. Like, and it would set like a battle mode. I know it sounds weird, like like people fighting animals and shit, but trust me, freaking huge monster battles, that would be amazing to see. But yeah, I heard that they're also going to be adding more monsters to the world. So that's going to be interesting as well to see how many they're going to be adding to each. Because right now, from what I have seen, there only seems to be like maybe 3 monsters per world, per, I guess, map. And I still kind of have to unlock some other ones to see exactly what they are and what they do. But like I said, they're all very challenging. They're all very creative as well. The types of monsters that you're going to face. So if you're afraid, like, no, take the shot. Go for it. The mechanics are honestly not that difficult to kind of get your foot in there to play the game. I know for the bow, it's a lot of it's like, pressing like 2 buttons at the same time, or pressing one, kind of comboing it. It's not as difficult as you may think it is. It will take you a little bit of time to get used to it if it's not a game that you're used to playing, especially with the mechanics. But it is a lot of fun once you get into it. And I'm still trying to figure out a lot of different things, how to do certain things, how to add certain equipment. It's a lot. There's a lot in this game, and I know that I'm barely just scratching the surface. So I really enjoy this game. I hope you do too. And until then, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. For more videos, click there. Visit the Patreon. Subscribe to my channel. It really does help a lot, especially in these dire times where I'm basically all demonetized. So there shouldn't be any ads here. If you see any ads, well then, fuck YouTube, But thank you all so much for watching. And I will catch you guys on another exciting episode of Fusionverse. Until then, take care. Bye.